Hey guys, Rich from Over the Fender Garage. Next thing we're going to tackle is we're going to get these rockers done. The first thing I got to do though is I have to finish the patch back here, get the floor piece finished on the inside. Then I got to rebuild this little piece of door jamb that's missing, and then I have to rebuild the bottom of the door jamb on the front too. Once we get all that done, we'll get the rocker in and the door cab in, the cab corner in. So that's what we're going to tackle now. Get all this stuff done. Be nice to have this side finished up. I've got this piece in. I've got this pretty much fit into this corner. So the corner goes on there. Got this little piece screwed on in here. We're doing the pillar here. I still got to make this piece of it, but I want to make sure that this clears everything and that it's far enough in for the cab corner that this little flange here can be put on there and it's not pushing the cab corner out. So we could take and stick that cab corner on and make sure that everything fits. We still got to final trim everything. Oh, there's the screws. I've got to get all this final trim, but work it a little bit at a time. Should all fall right into place pretty soon here. And see how it all fits in there real nice. my line here is nice and straight. So that line is nice and straight still. I still gotta bring it in, but it's on there real nice. And then I'll make this little piece in here once I test the rocker and make sure it fits. That way I can put the flange over here so the cab corner can be welded on right there. So this part is almost done. All right, there's my little filler piece. This is to continue this down that was all rusted out. I've got this just screwed on here right now so I can test fit the rocker onto that, because it still needs a flat piece in here to go back here to weld the cab corner onto. But I first want to test fit to make sure everybody fits together here and that it's in the right spot. Probably be ground down a little bit more, and then I can get that piece finished up. There it all is assembled with all the main part that I got welded up and the little temporary piece I've just got screwed in behind here. I want to make sure everything fits before I do that welding on that. But there's all that. Fits in here pretty nice. Let me get this one pulled back. Close the door. It's all pretty good. So this has still got to go back because it's not trimmed yet. But the line itself is straight. So when I put this in, it'll move back a little bit. So that's good. Everything fits nicely. Well, I got it up and marked where all my spot welds will go. I don't have to do that again. You can see that. Pieces in there. So now I just got to finish making that little close-off piece. Put some holes here for spot welding it on there. Put a couple screws in it to hold it. But basically this corner is almost done. And then I can jump to that front one, fix that front one. And get everything lined up ready for welding. See, up here it's a little high right now. But that's fine, because right now I'm just working this back edge, getting everything squared away on this. We can get this piece put in. It's all working pretty nice. I mean, these pieces are really, really nice. Feel good. But I can pull all this off. Let's finish this piece in back. There it is. Whole corner's fixed. Goes all the way to the bottom. Got its lip put back on it. Everything's welded in nice. Back. I'm gonna probably drill a drain hole like right here or something. So any water that gets inside the cab can drain out. I don't know why these cab corners always rust out, but I'm gonna try a little preventative maintenance and put a hole there so anything that gets inside can drain out. But that's it. Move up there to that front one and weld all that together. Get that one done. And it's ready for the rocker and the cab corner to be put on. There it is on time lapse. We've got that door pillar all fixed. It's all attached. All the rust is gone. I went and punched a hole in the bottom of it so it can drain out. Try to keep this from rusting back as much as possible. It's all done on the inside, but next thing to do is hang the cab corner and the rocker and get everybody lined up here. And the main thing is going to be start with the cab corner. I want to get this set in because this attaches before the rocker. So I want to get this one set in there. But we're going to put them both up, and I'm going to hang the front fender out in the air here just so I know where the bottom of the front fender is. So everything's lined up. All right, we got everything done. We got all the holes punched in the rockers. So now we got to get the rocker up here, and then we can set that cab corner in there. This is the fun part with the door on, but very carefully. It's fun, you can put it up. It takes forever, but as you take it out, it'll fall right out. Just gotta wiggle it. Just like that. All right, now. Okay, where's my... Go ahead and fall out. That one's set there. Alright. This one here. That will hold it. Should be approximately the right spot. Put a couple screws in it. Where's my hole? Oh, you're not gonna go because I can't push it far enough. Go up here. All right. Of course, I can't get it. Inside here. Like that. All right, now. Nice thing about using the screws, you can get back to your holes that you originally used to line everything up. You go right back in the same spot. All right, let's see here. Now, what we got here. That out of the way. About that front piece right now. Put that one there. And that's because it's sitting up high there. Alright, now. Trick is to get this one in. Make sure everybody's still playing together. Trimmed up now, so that should be up, and then that goes to where it's supposed to. That's good there. Alright. So now grab the bottom here. Oh, come on, little things. All right, that's good. That's good. Good. This is hanging up on something. Oh. All right, let's get this lined up here. These two panels playing together nicely. This is actually gotta go up a tiny bit. So here. The hammer. Let's see. Now, I'm gonna have to do it. Let's see. Sure. Okay, so good gap back here. Cab corner's gotta go up tiny bit on the bottom side. So that loose. Take it off. Hitting something. A little trim back here on my little. I can take this here, bend this up a tiny bit. I don't know what it looked like from the factory because there was nothing left. Kind of had to guess. Oh, goodness. Close. Very close. Ouch! Tiny bit of trimming on this too. It's just touching that. Could be what's holding it down. Put that on there. Oh, it's so close. Right on the very bottom. I think that might have it. That is real close. Take it. I'll take a tiny trim off right here. Actually, I wonder if it might be it right there too. All right, that should. Ouch! Oh, that's nice. That's nice right there. All right. So now what I want to do here is I am going to get the screw in here in a new hole, because the old hole won't line up no more. Okay. That. So now that this is good down here, I'm going to cut it here. It's going to cut that screw hole off, so I'll put the screw hole in here now. I'm going to put it on the furthest end I can. So when I put it back on, I'll just push it over. Like that. Now I cut that out of the way, I can move it over that little bit. Body line's still good, my hair's still good. All right, I've got my cab corner on. Still on here by screws. I got all the holes and everything in it. Got all the holes in the rocker. All the holes to properly put the rocker on. In the jam, and in the front. So I hung the front fender. Just hanging out in the air, but mainly to check that this all lines up, which it does line up pretty good. For being a reproduction piece, this really is a nice piece. It is a little shy on the bottom. It's a little shy right here on the bottom of the fender, and then it's a little shy right here in the cab corner. See a little lip hanging out. Alright, push the door. Push the door to where the gap is flush with the body. You can see the bottom is sticking out a tiny bit on the door. That would be easily tapped in by that corner, which is probably sticking out because it's all rusted inside here. So the rust probably expanded that out. That's an easy, but all this real nice, real flush. So once I cut this piece here and push that in, it should come to the same level or close to the door. But the one thing I'm gonna have to do here, this little gap right here, is I'm probably gonna have to split this rocker right here. I'm not going for perfection, but I'd like to get it close while I'm doing this. So I'll probably split it to about right there and just spread this out a little bit to get this to come to the same spot as here. Because if you're trying to push this out, the weather stripping is going to hit the bottom of the door down here. So you're going to end up with the same problem, just in a different location. So I think that's going to be my best method right there. Just to cut it right there, spread that out a tiny bit, and then weld that back together. Down at the bottom, you can see it's a little shy on the rocker to the cab corner. Well, I can take and tap this up to bring that to the same area. That won't be a problem. But if you go from my mark there to down here, you can see it's 9. If I can hold it still, you can see my cab corner is 9.5 to the bend. And it's 9.5 to the bend. So that is on there perfect. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put me a slice in here so I can get this tacked in here and get this piece out of here and get this slid over into its right spot. So it's lining up here. Give me a few tacks across here, and then I'll finish cutting this out once that piece is set, because I want to be able to have that screw holding this so it can't move. I could put one down here, but I'm just going to trim in there so I can butt weld these all together. And that piece will be done. I'm going to mark back here. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to cut this piece out of here so that's out of my way, because I did come way into here when I put that on there. I knew I was going to have to do it anyway, but I'll get that out of there, and then it's ready to be welded in there. It's coming out real nice. Very nice pieces. Alright, I got this little corner out of here, so now I can push this in so it's flat across here before I cut any of this out. And then I got this back piece out of my way, so I don't have to worry about that as I'm getting in here. So I should be pretty close to my line there, but I can finish this piece out now and get that welded. I got a little carried away putting that piece in. But I got it out of there. I gotta fix a little tear I did, but because I was supposed to stop way back here, but I went and welded the whole thing. A little more difficult, but fix this piece up here, and that is all ready to go. Put the corner back in. I did bend this corner up, so this will match when I put it up, or it'll be a little bit high, and I can pull it down to match it. But I'll finish up that spot right there, and we'll get that corner in there. Got my piece of metal trimmed back there. The other camera shut off when I started doing it, so I gotta do it this way. But it's trimmed to right here, and now I can go back there and pull that piece of metal back, and I can push this one in the rest of the way, and I can tack right here, and then I'll finish out my cut back here and just tack along, get that one set in there. I've still got a little bit of drop right here. It doesn't want to go away. So I think maybe if I can get the rocker to come down a little bit, maybe when I split that open, it might get rid of it. I might have to live with it. But that's this gap is really good. Put a straight edge against it. Comes out real nice. So get a straight edge on there. See if that's going to show up being black or not. That piece comes out really straight, so that's good. Start tacking that in there. there's my cab corner, all tacked in. See, nice and flat. Now, working out this here, you see it matches that door almost perfectly. The bottom here, we've got that lip right there, and it goes in right here, probably 5/16 right there, but out here it's perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from this line here all the way in that rocker, and I'm going to split that open to bring this out to here. Because this here, if you measure this out, it's 3/4. Measure it here, it's 3/4. Measure it up here, it's 3/4. So it's 3/4 on the entire jam. So this is kind of the only piece that's bad with these rockers, that it goes in too far. So they probably could have added that little bit onto that rocker and it'd be perfect. That's all right, because out here it's really nice. So we'll just split it right here, split that open. And I'm gonna have to do it on the front because the front is the same. Right about here, it goes in. So we'll have to split that open down there, do the same thing. But through here, I'll split this right now, get that part done, and this is ready to all be welded on. So I can weld all that on. And once I get this all fit, this will be able to be welded on. But the split down here, I'll do with it welded onto the truck. There would be no reason to take it off. But that's what's next. Get those two done. You can't take that away. I've got that pretty close right now. Door's closed. Sticking out a little bit there. You see how much I had to split that open. Right there. A little piece of metal holding it. You can't fill that with weld like that. But I'll have to cut a little piece. Stick a little piece in there, get this formed up a little better. That's how much I'll have to fix that to get that sticking out to where it's supposed to be. But it fits nice. Now, so I could bring that little piece of metal to right here and push some of this in, because this is out too far. I mean, that's what I'll do before I take it off, is I'll set all this. All right, I put a little piece of metal further over. This one's, I broke loose, so it's not holding anything. I straighten that piece out a tiny bit, get the little bend out of it, close the door, look down it. Look down that seam. That seam is right perfect along the bottom of that door and on that edge of the door. So that's all good. Now I got to take it out, I'm gonna fill that with a piece of metal, and this will be ready to go in. But this part here, I might be able to adjust the rocker down a little bit to get rid of that. Here, because you see I opened up my gap by moving that out. It opened up the gap back here. So I think if I slide this rocker down a little bit on the inside so I can get my gap pretty close to that one, that should actually fill this in. That should go away. And you look at that, that's about how much gap I need here. So I'll get this piece welded up, put it back in, and see if I can just move it down a little bit to get rid of this gap here. That should work. Otherwise I gotta split it open and add in a little gap. But it's getting really close. All right, there's my little piece all fixed up. Gotta be finished welding a little bit, but you get the idea. Came out pretty good. It's a little in right here, but I can't seem to get that to come out. I could probably tap from behind, kind of give it a little bit, but it's so little that it really doesn't really matter. I'd like to get it better if I can, but you can see down the bottom of the door, on the door, the jam, all that come out real nice, all ready to be burned in. So the next thing here is I'm gonna burn all this in, get this done. it is. Corner is all burned in. I haven't done the bottom yet, so we've got to go underneath and do that. But rocker's all burned in. So all this side is done with the major work. So now we go off to the passenger side and do the same thing over. It's always easier the second time around, but there she is. Looks good. Nice to see it whole again. All right, let's go chop up the other side.